What a speech, Mr. Orbán, what a speech. You say you want democracy and you brag about your majorities in the Hungarian parliament, yet since years you only rule by emergency decree. Are you so afraid of democracy, Mr. Orbán? You say you are for national sovereignty, yet you invite Chinese policemen to surveil the people in your country. You say you want to stop migration, yet you let Russian spies into our Schengen system and call it national card. That is what you're doing. Mr. Orbán, you are not a patriot. You are just a useful idiot of Russia and China. That's the reality. You say you want to fight for more economic competitiveness, yet you keep introducing new company laws and taxes to drive European competitors out of your country. You turned Hungary into a banana republic. You robbed your population and enriched your family and friends. Under your rule, Hungary has become one of the poorest and officially the most corrupt country in the EU.
Thank you.
What a fraud. What a burden for your people. Mr. Orbán, please step down to make Hungary great again.
The European Parliament is the beating heart of European democracy. And this Parliament is the arch enemy of autocrats like you. Mr. Orbán, you're the most corrupt politician in the European Union. You and your cronies, you stole money on an insane scale. At least 14 billion euros that went to your country during your premiership have been lost. Who has ever stolen over 10,000 money transporters worth of EU funds? And the biggest trick you have played is that you distract people from your heist with hate against minorities, with propaganda about gender, with so-called peace initiatives. But this money was meant to fix roads, schools, and benefit the Hungarians. But instead, you build a football stadium in your backyard, you build palaces, and you have made your childhood friend Mecharos the richest man in Hungary. Mr. Orbán, we want our money back. And to all of us, we have to stop this steal. No more EU funds for Hungary. Let's take his veto away and let's stop inviting him here to his parliament. Instead, there should be a European arrest warrant.
Our House of Democracy just served as a platform for the propaganda of Prime Minister Orbán, because the truth doesn't serve his interests. The truth is that he's a corrupt, disloyal and ruthless violator of the EU's most fundamental values. Instead of listening to him, we should give the microphone to the Hungarian people who face the daily hardship of living under his autocracy. The teachers, the judges, human rights defenders, journalists and academics who fight for the values that the EU stands for, who simply demand the same freedoms and protection as every EU citizen. Yet this man is punishing them with smear campaigns and intimidating investigations. However, a solid majority in this House defends our allies and genuinely joins forces. And we urge the Council and Commission, go all in with our response, just like Orbán does with his destruction. This presidency fails to meet its duty to hold a hearing under Article 7, paragraph 1. We urge the Council to use Article 7, paragraph 2 and prevent Orbán from hijacking EU decision-making. And the Commission to keep EU funding frozen until the rule of law is restored for real. Be consistent, credible and act with urgency. If we cannot protect our EU citizens against autocrats, our EU democracy is bound to fail.
Prime Minister, you say that you want to discuss the political priorities of the Hungarian presidency. For example, you say that you want to reinforce European defence, you want to regain control of the external border. I welcome these priorities. The problem is that you and your government act in the opposite way. Instead of focusing on strengthening the defence of Europe, you went to Moscow to shake hands with Putin, the man who wants nothing else than to destroy Europe. He is the man who has launched a war of aggression against your own neighbor, Ukraine. And instead of ensuring a strong external border and increasing the internal security of the Schengen area, your government have decided to make it easier for potential Russian spies and saboteurs to access the Union. That is the truth of what is happening. We have no problem to discuss your priorities, but I would argue that the citizens of Hungary and Europe deserves better. And trust me, change is coming, also to Hungary with the TISA party. Get ready.